Hello. In today's video, I'll tell you how you can easily complete contest number 4. Also, I did notice some trend that lets you win free games, so I'll also talk about that because I don't know what's really happening with this contest. This contest is a little bit weird, I'm not going to lie. Anyways, in today's video, I'll show you the best comps for this challenge and how you can easily win games using this challenge. I'll tell you some strategies and also talk about what's happening with this challenge because some weird stuff is happening with the challenge in my opinion. And if the same stuff is happening to you guys, just mention it in the comments because I don't know if it's just happening to me or to everyone. And yeah, without wasting your time, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so starting the video off, let me just tell you guys the free comps I have for you. So let's start off with comp number 1. So for comp number 1, we have Leon, Jean, and Piper. So I'll tell you the main strategy later on in the video, so if you're interested in that, keep on watching the video. But for this one, there's going to be different brawlers and they will have different roles. So let's start off with Piper. Piper's role is going to be really easy. She's just going to basically try to snipe enemies and keep them from going into your spot. What I'm basically saying is Piper can easily just have area control, so she can be really good. Now, Jean's task will also be like Piper's, but also an additional task for Jean will be not to let the enemy heal up, because he can easily hit enemies because of his normal attack, which basically splits bullets later on. And because he can do that, it's really easy to hit the enemies, and that will allow the enemies not to heal. And that's basically going to be your task for Jean. Also guys, I'll mention the abilities at the end and which abilities you should go instead of every brawler having different abilities. But a good ability for Jean is the one which can heal you on the demon side. That one's really good for Jean. So I just want to mention that real quick. And yeah, now let's go to Leon. So Leon's role will be really simple. You want to play really sneakily with Leon. And basically you want Leon to survive for the end game. Leon is going to be like an emergency brawler, if that makes sense. Basically, if two of your brawlers die, like the Jean and the Piper, you want to use Leon as like an emergency brawler to just escape fights and stuff like that. So, whoever is playing Leon on your team, you want them to get his super as fast as possible because you will need that super in order to escape. If you don't have a super, you can try gadgeting, but that's going to be hard to escape. And you also want to have some speed modifier with that because you want to have the healing star power. And if you have the healing star power, you can heal up really easily and also escape really fast. Now, another example I can provide is the end game. Now, if there's 3 teams and you're part of the 3 teams, so basically there's 1, 2, and 3 teams and you're one of the teams, you can easily try to survive because you have your super, so you'll be invisible for like, I'm pretty sure it's 8 or 9 seconds because of his gear if you have it. And those 8 or 9 seconds, you can easily heal up, and since you have the speed modifiers, you can be really fast, so he can be extremely good for endgame. Even if like your 2 teammates die, you can clutch up with his super. Alright, now that we're done with comp number 1, let's go into comp number 2. Now, for comp number 2, we have Lily, Belle, and Angelo. Now, the strategies are a bit similar to the strategies from the comp before, but they are a bit different. So, Belle's basically the same as Piper, you just basically wanna keep control and snipe enemies. The thing about Belle is her projectile does bounce after you hit an enemy, and usually when people are playing this mode, they're usually always together, so you can easily get a lot of bounces. And now let's go to Angelo. Now, Angelo is also really good. It's going to be the same kind of as Belle, except he can also go in water. Now, he can't shoot out his bullets like Jean where they split, and you do need really good aim with Angelo, so for this comp, I will suggest if you are good with long-range brawlers, then you should probably play this comp. If you're not, you should stick to comp number 1. But anyways, continuing with this strategy, Angelo can also go in water, and basically, he can easily escape fights. Like, if he is getting pressured, he can go in water, and basically what I'm trying to say is because he can go in water, he has a lot more control of the map. Now, for Lily, it's going to be kind of the same strategy as Leon, but you do not need to charge your super. If you can, that's going to be a bonus and it can help you out, but you do not need her super. Basically, you will need her gadgets. And your task as Lily to be basically an emergency brawler, the same as Leon, and to be kind of clutching for endgame. Now, if there are a lot of people at the endgame, or if you are getting cornered, then Lily can easily escape situations with her gadget. And for the endgame, she can easily go into her gadget, and your task will be to basically try to find an area where you think people are not going to be there and wait for your gadget to reload again and just keep on gadgeting basically. And yeah, that's the strategy for comp number 2, and now let's go into comp number 3. Now, this comp is going to be a bit specific, so if you don't feel comfortable playing these brawlers, then do not go this comp. So, for this comp, it involves Angelo, Byron, and Buster. Now, let's start out with Angelo, and I already explained Angelo's task, so it's the same task as I explained in comp number 2, to basically just keep control and basically to just snipe enemies. Now, let's go to Buster. So Buster's task will be to get his super, and you also just want to basically hold on to your super unless you're getting either A, pressured, or B, endgame. And what I mean by this is basically, if someone is rushing you, then of course you want to use your super. You don't want to sacrifice yourself because of your super and be like, yo, I'm gonna try to wait it until the end game to use a super, but then you're just gonna die. Now that's not worth it. It's better to use your super and then just try to get another super after. And yeah, as in for end game, you can easily just pressure enemies and push enemies with his super. So that's why you want to keep his super for the end game and have a super at least for the end game. Because if you do not have a super for the end game, that's going to be a bit of trouble. So to simplify it, you want to think Buster as a shield. You basically just want to save your teammates and protect them from any attacks or damage. And if your teammates are low on health, you can easily just use your super and they can heal up and you can go back, or you can try to push enemies with his super. Now, let's go to Byron. Now, Byron's task will be really easy. It's basically to act as a sniper and also medic. So you kind of just want to multitask between these two roles. Now, what I mean by this is Byron has long range, so you want to use it and attack enemies. But you also want to heal your teammates. And don't forget to heal your teammates, especially Buster. You do not want to be that random that plays Byron and just doesn't heal his teammates. Like, he has a feature which is healing, and he's usually a support. Byron is a support, so you should also be healing your teammates, not just attacking. So don't forget to heal your teammates also, whoever's playing Byron on your team. And yeah, now that we're done with the comps, let's go into which power-ups you should be using. And what I'm talking about is the angelic or demonic power-ups or modifiers, whatever they are called. Now, for the angelic power-ups or modifiers, what you want to use is the speed one if you do have a lot of angels on your team. If you have at least 2, then I would say you can use it. If you have less than 2, basically you're the only angel role on your team, I wouldn't suggest using it. Another ability you want to use is the immune shield one, which basically gives you another chance in life. Now let's go into the demonic power-ups. Now, a demonic power-up you can use that's really good is the speed one, which basically if you receive damage or if you deal damage, you will basically be faster. Another demonic ability that's really good is the healing one. Now, it's only good if you have at least 2 demonic roles on your team. If you have at least 2 demonic roles on your team, so basically 2 of your players have demonic abilities, then that one can be really good. Otherwise, if you have less than 2, I wouldn't suggest it. Alright, now that we're done with that, let me just explain a quick strategy that you guys can use basically for every comp. I basically explained every comp strategies, but this is like an in general strategy. So the strategy is, when you spawn, you are going to be spawning at either one of the 4 sides. When you spawn, you want to kind of keep control of that side and do not let enemies try to take it. And you want to stay at that spawn, because if you are going across the map and you're mixing and matching in different positions, you're not keeping control of one area, which can cause problems for the end game. So you kind of just want to stick to your side and not try to pressure enemies unless you have to. Alright, so now that we're done with that, let me just tell you guys a trend that I saw kept on happening in my games. I didn't know why this is happening. Now, if you're also experiencing this, comment it down below, because I don't know if it's just happening to me or if it's happening to everyone. So basically, what I noticed is the second last games I played, they were bot lobbies. Now, I don't know why. I have no idea why. Now, I'll show you proof of this. So my mic quality might be a little bit worse, because I am going to record on my screen recorder. So let me just transfer it to xfrost with a bad mic. Alright, so as you can see, this is where I started playing contest number 4. And as you can see, these are real players, right? They're high in trophies, they're in clubs, they have statistics, and it makes sense. As you can see, they're all high in trophies and they are real players, right? So we got 3rd place for this one, which is sad. Here we won the match and they are real players. Here also, we lost, but these players are real. They're not fake players, these are not bots. But I noticed a trend for the last two games. The last two games here, they were bots, which I did not understand, and I was kind of confused. But this is what I thought the solution was. I thought that Brawl Stars was giving us pity matches because we lost 2 matches, and they're like, okay, you lost 2 matches, here is a bot lobby. And I'm like, alright, I guess thank you, Brawl Stars. And the thing is, this happened again. As you can see here, so I was playing a bit afterwards, but Victor, he needed help on his mini, so I decided, alright, hop on your mini, I'll help you out. Anyways, as you can see, we won this match, right? So we won this match, and these are real players. Here we also won, and these are real players. Now, this is where it was getting weird after this. So after this, these are bots. As you can see, these are all bots. And I got so confused because we won the 2 matches, right? We won the 2 matches. So it wasn't supposed to give us a pity match, which is bot lobbies, which I got so confused. So we won the 2 matches, but then here, these are bots. The last 3 games, they were bots. Like, look at these. These are all bots. Here, they're also bots. And right here, they're also bots, which I do not understand because we won the first 2 games. And I thought we were going to verse real players again. But then, we got free bot lobbies. So 1, 2, 3. Free bot lobbies. These ones were actual players where we were versing and we won against. So I didn't understand. It's not the pity system. I'll also show you my mini account, so hold on. So as you can see on my mini account, I started playing contest number 4 right here. So we won this match, right? These are real players again. Then again, these are real players. Then we go to here. These are also real players, as you can see. But then the last 2 games, we got bot lobbies. So the trend I noticed is the last 2 games, Brawl Stars bot lobbies for contest number 4. Now, I don't know if this is just happening with me. And yeah, I just wanted to share this because I just found this very weird. Why the last 2 matches are bot lobbies. As you could see before, we won 2 matches at the start and we still got bot lobbies, which I got so confused. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Now, if you did enjoy the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing as you are helping support my channel. And yeah, have a good day and enjoy the rest of the clips if there are any.